I now call the June 16th, 2026 Finance Committee meeting to order at 6:47 PM. Consideration of claims. Chair would entertain a motion for the approval of claims.
Your Honor, I move for consideration of claims to be paid in the amount of $1,250,758.71. Elon credit card in the amount of $9,863.28. Payroll liabilities for 5/29/2026 and payroll for 6/12/2026 in the amount of $403,888.60 for a total of $1,664,510.59.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilwoman Johnson and a second by Councilman Bailey to approve consideration of claims to be paid in the amount of $1,250,758.71. Elon credit card in the amount of $9,863.28. Payroll and liabilities for May 29th, 2026, and payroll for June 12th, 2026, in the amount of $403,888.60 for a total of $1,664,510.59. Are there any questions, comments, concerns?
Your Honor, just FYI, I spoke with our finance director before this. With all the Starlink changes or charges, when they're needed, they are going to be looking at an annual subscription for that start of the fiscal year. So hopefully that'll reduce some of those charges.
So right now, we're on a pay-to-play basis.
Yeah, it's about $280 every time we use it, $290. And so they're opting for an annual subscription to help with that.
Perfect. Good. Nice to point out. And this will be our, not last, but next to last? This is the last. That's what I thought. Okay. Perfect. Last Finance Committee for fiscal year 25-26. All those in favor say aye on the motion.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Is there any additional business to come before the committee this evening? Director Harris.
Mr. Chair, no, I have nothing. Thank you.
Perfect. Without objection, we'll adjourn at 6:49 PM.
Call the June 16th, 2026 meeting of the Riverton City Council to order at 7 p.m. We'll have Councilwoman Johnson lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, after which I will give us the invocation. Everyone could please rise and remove cover.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we're grateful for the opportunity we have to meet here tonight. We ask that it please help us tonight, that we'll be able to have our minds enlightened, be able to do those things which will help benefit our community. We're grateful for the opportunity to serve. We ask that it please bless those who are serving in other capacities, whether it be in the military or as first responders, and just all of our city employees who every day are working hard. We ask that it please bless them with safety and to be able to complete their tasks diligently. We thank thee so very much for this country we have to live in and for the blessing it is to have the freedoms we enjoy, and ask that it please bless us that as we come close upon celebrating our independence, that we can recognize the singular opportunity is to live in this country. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Ms. Harris, if you could please conduct the roll call.
Yes, Your Honor. Councilmember Carr.
Here.
Councilmember Rebecca Brothers.
Here.
Councilmember Mike Bailey.
Here.
Councilmember Carla Borders. I think she's on.
Councilwoman Borders, are you on?
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay, sorry, I was unable to unmute that. I'm here.
Thank you.
Councilmember Kyle Larson.
Here.
Councilmember Karen Johnson.
Here.
Mayor Tim Hancock.
I am here, and I declare we have a quorum. I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved.
So, second.
Councilwoman Brothers with the motion, Councilman Carr with the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I might have been working pretty fast there, Councilwoman Borders.
I can hear you fine. I said aye.
Okay. Thank you. Motion passes. Next up on the agenda is the Police Cadet Recognition. Police Chief's report, please.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Before I have our cadets come up, I just want to give a brief overview about this new program. The Police Cadets is a hands-on program open to young men and women who are interested in pursuing a career in law enforcement or related field in the criminal justice system. This program provides young adults with first-hand exposure to the criminal justice and public safety professions through training, practical experiences, competitions, community service, and other educational activities. In addition to career exploration, the program promotes personal growth through character development, respect for law, physical fitness, good citizenship, and patriotism. Cadets will have the opportunity to learn about the many roles that make up the public safety system, which includes frontline patrol supervisors, officers, 911 dispatchers, tour with prosecutors, I know a guy, defense attorneys, first aid and CPR providers, victim witness advocates, animal control, and many other professions who work together to serve and protect our communities. This time I'd like to ask the cadet advisor, our CSO officer, Connor Knopp, to please introduce our cadets before they are given the oath, Your Honor.
Thank you. CSO, Knopp, please, come on up.
Your Honor and Council, first off, I'd like to introduce Olivia Smith. She's 16 years old. She's a junior at Frontier Academy this upcoming school year. A couple things she wanted to have me say to you guys is she joined the cadet program because she's always had an interest in law enforcement and making a positive difference in the community. Her goal is to serve others while helping to keep people safe. Through the cadet program, she's hoping to gain valuable experience and developing skills that will help me pursue a career in law enforcement. I am passionate about helping others and saving lives and being someone that her community can depend on in a time of need. Next up, we have Cadet Knox McFarland. He's 16 years old. He is going into junior year, and he goes to Riverton High School. He said he'd like to join the police cadet program so that he can learn new leadership skills, and he's considering a career in law enforcement. To my right, I have Cadet Hunter Masters. He joined the cadet program to gain hands-on experience in leadership, teamwork, and community service while exploring his interest in law enforcement. I believe the program is a great opportunity. He believes the program is a great opportunity to develop civic awareness, public relations skills, and qualities that will help him in his future career. He's also in 11th grade at Riverton High School. Last but not least, I have Cadet Draven Lewis. He's an 11th grade student. He goes to Wind River High School in Pavilion. His reasons for joining the cadet program is he wants to learn more about law enforcement while getting his foot in the door for law enforcement. When he turns 18, he plans on applying for a detention deputy spot at the sheriff's office, and then when he turns 21, he plans on applying to RPD for a patrol position. Now I'll hand this back over to Chief Prado.
Your Honor, ready for
Okay. I'll
the
head
oath.
down there. All right, you guys are gonna all have to get on one side there, probably. That works. All right. You ever done an oath before? I have. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you raise your hand, and you're gonna say "I," and then you're going to say your name. I'm not gonna say your name because there's 4 names. And I can't say them all at once, and if I do, no one's gonna understand. And you just repeat after me. Got it? We good? Yep. All right, and if I mess up on a word, you say it right. That's the first test. Okay? All right, raise your right hand. I
Hunter Masters.
You're not Draven Lewis. Pledge to conduct myself
Pledge to conduct myself
with honor, integrity, and respect,
with honor, integrity, and respect,
to obey the rules
to obey the rules
of the Riverton Police Department Cadet Program,
of the Riverton Police Department Cadet Program,
to serve my community
to serve my community
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and to represent the Riverton Police Department
and to represent the Riverton Police Department
with pride,
with pride,
professionalism,
professionalism,
and dedication.
and dedication.
All right, good job. You don't have to repeat that part. All right. Now, Hunter knows this is kind of what we tend to do, but everybody kind of wants to shake your hand. So I would say you all start at the same side, go through and shake everyone's hand, and then we have a 10-minute speech planned afterwards from each of you.
He's joking.
I'm
I love
joking.
you. He's joking. Great job. Congratulations.
3 times. You thought I was serious about the speech, didn't you? You were nervous.
Your face smells. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Draven.
Tell us a little bit more about the program, Chief, and if there's other people out there that are interested in it, how they could get involved, like these fine 4 you have here.
Anybody that's interested, please call the Riverton Police Department, contact Officer Knopp, and we will get back with you and get you started with an exciting start in a career in public safety. On another announcement, Your Honor, if I may, the program also focuses on developing leadership skills that prepare cadets for future success. One way we accomplish this is by assigning youth leadership positions and volunteer ranks. This allows cadets to gain valuable experience and responsibility, teamwork, and leadership. Our goal is to prepare cadets to become future leaders and public servants who are committed to making a positive impact in their communities. As part of a long-standing tradition with the cadet program, Officer Knopp will be making a special announcement regarding our first youth leadership appointment. This tradition has been a cornerstone of the cadet program for decades and serves as an important step in recognizing and developing future leaders. Officer Knopp, do you have an announcement?
Your Honor and Council, I know I've had these 4 for a short time. I've had worked with them during the carnival was one of their first events with us. And during that time, I've gauged kind of the leadership styles of each cadet. And tonight I'd like to announce our first cadet captain for the new program after 12 years of having cadet program. And I'd like to proudly promote Hunter Masters as our first cadet captain. So.
With the exciting role of being a leader, he will get experience everything as far as conducting leadership over a starting team and be available for whatever the city needs as far as public safety cadets. Thank you, Your Honor, and Council for allowing us to introduce the new cadet program, revitalization of the cadet program. It's been kind of dormant for over 10 years. But thank you to all the cadets and the parents and family that are in the audience for allowing them to join our program. And hopefully, in 4 years or so, they will be joining us in a new role and hopefully represent as and be promoted to police officers with our police department. Thank you.
Great. Did you want to take a picture with your family? Do you want to invite your family up here and have them take a picture here with you? Do you want to do that?
Just me or everybody?
Everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Why don't you bring up whoever you brought with you, and let's take a quick picture with you here against the flag and everything. All right?
Oh, get up here, Uncle Danny. You're not staying that minute, too. Come on, Mother Jenny.
Already bossing people around, I see.
Throw that down. I was just short.
You're short.
You're good.
You could stand on the chair.
You could kneel. And I wouldn't look so tall.
Yeah, and you wouldn't look so tall.
You got it, Sarah? Oh, no, still working on it. And so's Kyle. There we go. All right, one. All right, thank you. Yay. Yeah. And anybody that was here just for that, we don't stand on ceremony here. If you want to step out, you're more than welcome to, okay? So don't worry about it.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
just real quick, I know they're going to leave. But I had an opportunity to watch these guys at the
Carnival?
at the carnival or the fair or whatever. It was a breath of fresh air, and Officer Knopp, or CSO Knopp, you made a good choice in that. I was proud of you, very proud of you. I watched you engage with the youth, and you made it sound fun and exciting, and you all looked very professional, and you carried yourself very well. And I appreciate that very much. So I just wanted to say thank you, and good job.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here, and you've done very well at presenting yourself here today as well. So keep up the good work, and we're excited for what comes for you in the future, all right?
Your Honor, can I say something as
Go
well?
ahead.
Since you're leaving, I just wanted to mention to Knox, Hunter, and Draven, we have open applications for the Youth Council right now, and would love it if you would apply to that as well. I know two of you, and you're wonderful, excellent kids, and it would be great. So follow in Hunter's footsteps if you want, and join that. So, okay.
All right. Well, keep up the great work, and thank you for being willing to step up and learn. And whatever we can do to support you, just let us know. And we'll work on it. Okay, thank you. And thank you, family, for supporting them and for showing up.
Thank you, Your Honor, Counsel.
Thank you, Connor. And I always mess up on CSO Knopp, right? Knopp, jeez. Either I silence the K and it's not supposed to be silenced. Yeah. So if I ever call you Connor, that's why. All right, next up on the agenda, we have the council committee reports and council members roundtable. If we could go ahead and start with Councilwoman Borders. Are you on there still, Carla?
Yes, sir, I'm here. I don't have a lot to report. I've been out of commission recovering from surgery, so I'm hoping I'll be back to the next council meeting in person. I do want to mention our 250th celebration. We have some really nice activities planned for Saturday, July 4th. And I just want to invite the public to make sure if you have a float that you'd like to enter, get a hold of the chamber, or for any other information, get a hold of the chamber. It's going to be a really fun day, and I'm looking forward to celebrating this with the city of Riverton, as we haven't done this for quite the long time. I think there was one on the 200th anniversary, and I don't think we've done anything since on the 4th of July. So I think this is a great thing for our city, and I look forward to seeing everybody out that day. And that's all I have.
Thank you, and definitely looking forward to that, and I guess depending on how that goes, maybe we'll do it more. It's exciting to have a parade and everything. All right, Councilman Carr?
Thank you, Your Honor. You had the opportunity to attend the youth council meeting on June 3rd. That was, as always, awesome. Very well run. They went through their goals and all of their agenda in just under an hour, so well done. Good group. We also attended the Sleep in Heavenly Peace bed building event on June, 6th, that Friday. And we built 41 beds for kids around Riverton, so that was pretty amazing. They have it down to a science. It's a group that comes out of Worland and has all of the saws and the tools, everything. You just show up and they put you to work. So fantastic job, and it's a wonderful cause. So that was everything for the last couple weeks.
All right, thank you. Councilwoman Johnson?
I did not attend any meetings. I just have been having a lot of conversations regarding the 3/4% tax. So that's to be expected. I did attend the farmer's market. There is a young lady down there. I believe she said she's from Switzerland. And if you guys haven't had her braided Swiss bread, you absolutely need to. I was also afforded a sneak peek at the honey fly today. And wow, they have put a ton of work into that building. It is beautiful inside. The woodwork is amazing. The decor, everything. They've put a lot of hard work into that, so I really hope people come out and support them on their grand opening Saturday. That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you. Councilman Bailey?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And we had some folks online that weren't able to hear us very well. And now, of course, that makes sense because we were over here, but if we could try to speak directly into the mic, that way we can address if we're having audio issues or if it's something we just need to get into the mics. So, sorry to interrupt you.
You're fine. Mike will speak into the mic.
Good job, Mike. We need to have a mic check.
Yeah, one of the meetings that I attended was the Force Committee meeting last Monday, I think it was, a week ago. And again, they are busy doing projects for the summer. We have a bid before us tonight on part of that for the concrete replacement. So again, they've got a lot of slurry sealing going on, and the slurry sealing bid came in under our estimate, so we may be able to do a little more slurry sealing than we planned. Riverview Road, of course, is in the middle of that project. And the asphalt paving, the hot plants are going, so they're gonna be getting going on some paving, and so I think we'll have lots of projects going on this summer. So again, keep working on improving our streets. And anybody in the public that has an area of where they live that they think needs a little work, don't be bashful, come and talk to the Force Committee or send it in to Brendan at Public Works, and he can bring those comments to the committee so they can start planning for next year the things that we need to get done then. So, again, they go through a pretty extensive rating process on the different needs of the different areas of the city, and, you know, we had a traffic study done, or a pavement study done, that sort of shows us the pavement that's in the worst to the best shape, and between that and how much traffic the roads have and all that kind of stuff goes into the calculation to come up with what projects that we're going to work on in the coming year. So they're, again, a very frugal group of people. They try to be as careful with those dollars as they possibly can and try to get the most bang for our buck for the taxpayer money. So I also attended the 250th Celebration Committee. Cindy's here, she'll be talking more about that, but again, I encourage everybody to plan on doing that. We're having the parade at 10, and then afterwards, going to have a free hot dog lunch, and there's going to be some events in the park, and some music, and food trucks in the afternoon, evening, and so there'll be lots of fun stuff to do, and so I think it's looking to be a really nice deal for the city, so. And that's all I have right now.
All right, thank you. Councilwoman Brothers?
Excellent. Thank you, Your Honor. No meetings attended for me. However, the Youth Council meeting is tomorrow in the bullpen from 4 to 5 p.m. And everyone's welcome to attend that. And I just wanted to say, as we move into the summer, I wanted to thank the residents of Riverton who continue to volunteer and serve on boards and support the youth programs and participate in the local government. You know, Riverton is built, you know, by strong communities with engaged citizens. And we're fortunate to have so many people that are doing that. I'm seeing everyone out and supporting that. So thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Councilman Larson?
Your
I thought I
Honor,
forgot you, didn't I? Didn't you?
no. No. I know you would never do that. Monday, I attended the Solid Waste Board. They're still trying to figure out what to do with the transfer station. What do we do with the manure coming from the cattle area? The reason why I ask that, there is a certain supply of horse manure up in DuBois that they're looking for a friendly home for, and that would certainly cement DuBois helping Riverton in some sorts. So I suggested that the mayor of DuBois give you a call and make arrangements for that. And Solid Waste would haul it. If we could take it and put it in our wood factory, smash and grab solid mill organite material, and that would help them, and it could help us on sales tax. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't know if I've been in a meeting yet where we've talked about horse manure, but
Well, they've got a real abundance of it up there, and solid waste can't take it because they don't have room for it in DuBois, but they were thinking of the cattle barn that we have down here, and I know we're not doing anything, but we would certainly help a neighbor up the street if they would help us on certain things. Old-fashioned horse trading.
well, worth a discussion.
Yep.
We're going to follow up with that.
Your Honor, we will definitely follow up with it, and we've been able to make applications in the past down by the Riverwalk where the depot used to own some property where we filled in some depressed areas of land. But we can also blend it with some of our green waste to make a good compost. So I think there are options, especially if solid waste is willing to haul it.
Yeah.
And the bad joke is we're used to taking crap from people.
I wasn't gonna say it. I was close. I'm glad you did.
Please forgive the poor joke.
No, it was good. It was on the tip of my tongue, which is really gross. Go ahead, Mr. Butterfield, give us your report, please.
Well, with that terrible segue, I'll be more professional now.
South in a hurry.
I think nobody was complaining. You
I'll
just said it,
transition
everyone was
to-
thinking it.
Thank you. Transition to something more positive. I'm happy to report that Mick Pryor received the Community Hero Award at the recent WHAM Summer Conference. Nominations across the state were provided to WHAM, and Mick was one of 2 for the entire state to receive that award. So we want to recognize him for his community efforts and definitely believe that that was well warranted because he gives a lot of his time and has done so for several years, whether it's working for the medical needs of the community, the transportation needs of the community, the Chamber of Commerce, our service clubs. The list kind of goes on and on. So I want to highlight Mr. Pryor for that recognition. A few dates to be aware of, and some have already come out, and we shared the enthusiasm and excitement for the addition of Honeyfly downtown and the upcoming grand opening. We also are aware that Amazon hopes to do a grand opening and celebration for their facility north of town at the Eastern Shoshone Business Park early in July. And then a reminder for the semi-quincentennial celebration that there will be several events, including a parade, and we thank the Chamber of Commerce and many people in the community for participating in the planning of those events. As we talk about upcoming meetings, there will not be a Planning Commission meeting this Thursday, and there will be an airport board meeting this Friday, and that will be here at City Hall at 8 o'clock. Excuse me, I misspoke. Thank you, Mr. Tillman. That would be next Friday, the 26th. So community's welcome at those meetings, and we encourage attendance there. The concrete is finished being placed on Major Avenue Hill and on the north side of Riverview Road, and we soon hope to see more road work happening there and the hill opening in the next few weeks. We recently filled an airport operator position after another employee found an opportunity out of state, and we are advertising and have received 7 applicants for a vacant sanitation operator position right now. In relationship to employee transitions and openings, we were able to have a new CSO start this week. We're happy to have that addition to supplement the great work that Mr. Knope is doing. 2 officers have joined our police force, and also this week we have had a former officer return to our force, and definitely welcome her back into the RPD and look forward to the work of our 2 other officers that will be joining soon, and we anticipate their swearing in next month.
I had the chance to meet both of those individuals, the new CSO and the returning officer. I was excited for both. That's great. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
No, Your Honor, that's perfect. And with that, I would just like to end and state that I need to embarrass, and hopefully she's okay with it, Miss Harris tonight. She has a major milestone that she's celebrating, and somehow she's stuck here at City Hall tonight. So we appreciate her dedication, and thank you, Pat, for being patient with us. And as far as Miss Harris, I can't speak highly enough about her dedication and her commitment to the city, so thank you, Mia.
Milestone birthday today? Are we going to sing?
Is it okay? It's not a birthday.
Oh, we'll keep guessing. Anniversary?
Yeah, it's
I was assuming that. Well, congratulations. Good. Pat, thanks for letting Mia come to the meeting tonight.
It's just how much I love you all.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Okay, great. First thing I wanted to discuss is Pause for the Cause Committee, trying to get the first meeting for that going. After we voted on the resolution and everything, we hadn't had as a part of the resolution who's actually going to serve,
Right.
which is fine. But when we had discussed this, I think the idea was Councilman Bailey and Councilwoman Johnson. Anybody, are you willing to serve as our liaison for that committee?
Sure.
Anybody have a problem with that? Okay. All right. I don't think we need a official, like, vote or anything on it, but if you're willing to serve in that capacity, that would be appreciated. Really, that's about all I have to talk about tonight during my report. I've had a lot of different things going on, but for the most part, they've been more work-related than mayor-related. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I'm currently the only one at home, and so that's a little bit odd. So,
And dinner's been late every night.
yeah, it has. Actually, I still have some leftovers, so, yeah. The family's not going to be back until next Sunday, so it's just been a weird, well, this Sunday, I guess
Probably
I should say.
amazingly quiet.
It is really quiet, except for the dogs, who are like, I want in, I want out, I want in, and just, they're driving me crazy. All right, moving on, we have communication from the floor, citizens' comments. Anyone in the audience wishing to address the council about an item that is set for a public hearing, you'll be given an opportunity to speak during that public hearing. We also, I think, are a little bit unique among some government public meetings in that if you'd like to speak about an item when it's called, just get my attention, you can speak about the item when it's called. But I'd ask whether you speak now, whether you speak later, keep your comments to 5 minutes if you're an individual, 10 minutes if you're part of a group, split it up between you and the other members of your group. If you do get up and speak when an agenda item is called, I'd ask that you keep your comments directed to the question at hand. Don't get off topic, that sort of thing. If you do want to get off topic, now's the time to do it. Come on up here. You can get on any topic you want right now. Just keep it to 5 minutes. Would also ask that you not directly be making derogatory statements about another or say any fighting words or anything like that that's going to disrupt from the orderly conduct of the meeting. So, if there's anyone who wishes to speak, please come up now and tell us your name, and if you're with a group, what group you're with.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm Cindy Olson-Roden with the Riverton Chamber and Visitor Center. Here to report on the chamber. I've got a couple of handouts here, so.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Do you still have yours?
Yep,
Okay, where's
Oh.
that?
in my truck.
Did you get one?
I've got one.
It doesn't do any good in your truck, Mike.
Fun.
So what are these?
What I need is a new tie.
Oh, yes.
I should have worn my American flag tie tonight. That would have been good.
Should have.
All right, so just a couple of things that's happened since I was last here to report. The chamber hosted the governor on June 6th. I think that turned out very well. I was pleased with the crowd, and I didn't go to the lunch, but had a couple of reports that said that was good. Quite a few people attended, so we got a thank you from the Governor Gordon's communications gal, Amy. She said thank you very much. They very much appreciated our welcome and hosting them. And then last Friday, we had a lunch and learn. It was a little different. We had a presentation from Tom Johnson from Engineering Associates about the history of the Wind River Canyon Highway. And it was very interesting. I know he's been working on that presentation. And so it was a nice little change up on what we normally do and well attended as well. So glad to hear about that. Couple of things, a lot going on this weekend. This week on Thursday, the Wyoming Business Alliance has got a tour. They're going to be, I think it's up at the college. We sent out an email on that. And then we are doing a ribbon cutting for Honeyfly on Saturday, so looking forward to that. And then the flyer I gave you is the after hours next week at Grand Altitude Federal Credit Union with a couple of nonprofits in there, so that should be fun and interesting. Then also next Thursday, same day as the after hours during the day, the Wind River Rehabilitation and Wellness is having an open house, and they recently joined as a chamber member. And we're really kind of trying to help them get past that stigma of being the manor. So we're really trying to push for them and help them get that exposure so people can come see that they aren't that the manor as they're referred to time and time again. So I'm looking forward to that. And I believe we're working, Amazon, we're working with them. Ribbon cutting's going to be on July 1st in the morning, I believe, but we'll be getting information out on that. So, and then to our big event, the 250. As of today, we have 30 parade entries, and they are coming in several a day. Friday's supposed to be the deadline. I imagine we'll still get some more after that. So it's sizing up to be a nice show for that. And we've got 15 vendors right now. So everything's coming together. We're really looking forward to that. And the bands that I gave everybody, it says Riverton Celebrates America 250. If anyone in the audience or listening would like one, you have to come to the event to get one. So.
Oh, so we don't have to. That's great.
Yeah, no, you're coming, you're part of it. And that's about it, other than we're very anxiously awaiting our banner to be hung at Main and Federal. We turned it in and it hasn't been hung yet, so little plug there. I don't know who will take care of that, but we're anxious for that so we can get the word out. So, any questions?
Is that a Brendan thing or a Gary thing?
Your Honor, our group will take care of it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Toman.
Thank you.
Cindy, I just wanted to let you know, on July 4th, I am going to close my store for the day, so my parking lot is available for public parking if you guys need it for City Park, or if you guys need to store or whatever, so it's
Great,
available.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yeah. Make sure we put up some signage or something and
it's available. Store's closed, so it's for the using, whoever needs it.
perfect. Thank you.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, Honey Fly grand opening. What time on Saturday?
10 a.m.
Anyone else? Okay. Administrative Services Director, please, if you could please read the consent agenda items by title only.
Yes, Your Honor. Minutes of the May 19th, 2026 executive session, minutes of the June 2nd, 2026 regular council meeting, minutes of the June 16th, 2026 Finance Committee meeting, Finance Committee recommendations from June 16th, 2026, municipal court report for the month of May 2026, open container permit application, Hampton Inn and Suites, 4th of July celebration at City Park, July 4th, 2026, from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Open container permit application, Hilltop Liquors, 4th of July celebration at City Park, July 4th, 2026, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
All right, Councilman Carr, if you could give us the report from the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Finance Committee met at 6:47 this evening and recommend approval of claims to be paid in the amount of $1,250,758.71. Elon credit card in the amount of $9,863.28. Payroll and liabilities for May 29th and June 12th, 2026 in the amount of $403,888.60 for a total of $1,664,510.59.
All right, I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Larson with the motion, Councilwoman Johnson with the second. Discussion?
Your Honor, I'll abstain from the Bailey Enterprises line item on the Finance Committee.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. Motion passes. Public hearing and consideration of Resolution 1557, adoption of fiscal year 2026-2027 budget. Mr. Butterfield.
Thank you, Your Honor. After the public hearing, the city council has opportunity to adopt its budget for the next fiscal year, which runs July 1st through June 30th. In accordance with the Uniform Municipal Fiscal Procedures Act and requirements of the city council, the annual budget was presented to the city council for feedback on May 8th. And then also the council held a work session publicly on May 12th. Following tonight's public hearing and opportunity for the community to provide you feedback, you have 24 hours to adopt your budget pursuant to state statute. Resolution 1557 details the specifics of the fiscal year 27 budget, and the previously distributed digital workbook provides the additional details proposed in that budget. A few highlights: that is a $44 million budget, and as referenced in the work session presentation, nearly 37% of that budget is proposed to be covered by grants. That's over $16.7 million. I want to personally thank our staff members for the hard work that they've put into preparing the budget. This is a process that begins as early as February and takes significant hours and investment to ensure that we present to you, the governing body, a balanced budget for your consideration. I also want to thank you for your involvement and feedback throughout the process and look forward to the many good things that will happen for our community in fiscal year 27. With that, Your Honor, we would be happy to stand for any questions, but encourage the adoption of your fiscal year 27 budget after you hold your public hearing.
Thank you. Ms. Harris, could you please read Resolution 1557 by title only?
Yes, Your Honor. Resolution number 1557, a resolution providing for the 2026-2027 budget for the City of Riverton for the fiscal year beginning the first day of July 2026 and ending the 30th day of June 2027 inclusive.
Thank you. I'd entertain a motion to open the public hearing regarding adoption of the fiscal year 2027 budget.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Larson, second by Councilman Bailey. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. Motion passes. Declare the public hearing open. Hearing will be conducted in accordance with state statute, other applicable laws. Ask individuals wishing to address the council to approach the podium. Identify yourself for the record. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak?
Move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Motion to close the public hearing by Councilman Carr, second by Councilman Larson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. Motion passes. It's going to be a long night. I declare the public hearing closed. I'd entertain a motion to adopt Resolution 1557.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Carr, second by Councilwoman Brothers, I guess. Flip a coin for both of those. Discussion.
Can I just, Kyle, what was the percentage of grants that are supporting our budget this year, or this?
Yes,
37,
Your
I
Honor.
think.
37, is that what you said?
37.5%.
Great, thank you.
It's impressive. I don't think people realize just how much we go after grants in the city. It's not something that we just sit there and say, we're content. We're just going to do what we want to do. It's a high percentage. That's a third of our budget, more than a third.
Well, we need to remember that the grants come from the government that we also pay taxes to, so.
Oh, I don't forget that, but I agree with you. Ultimately, it's all coming from tax dollars. But the point, though, is it's money that we're paying towards the federal government that because of the hard work of our staff, which there's nothing that says they have to go after grants. There's not a state statutory requirement or anything. But because of the hard work of our staff, we go out and we get competitive grants, and I think that's incredible. So,
Yeah, but it makes the other 64% go farther.
that's a good point. Most of them are ones that there's matching funds involved,
Yeah.
which, I mean, especially the airport grants, we pay such a small amount of that.
Yeah.
Any other discussion?
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Just a quick thank you for anybody that's ever questioned the budget for the city. It is an arduous task, and staff does an amazing job. All of the department heads keep track of their budgets diligently throughout the year, and I just want to thank you guys. You guys do an amazing job. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'll second that. I mean, I said it last time too, but being part of that was a privilege of mine this year, so thank you.
Your Honor, and there's always a lot of really hard decisions that get made because, just like we've said before, there are always things that we need to do that we don't have the money to do, and so we have to put some of those things off. And again, we have to just deal with the budget that we have to deal with and do the best that we can with those dollars, so.
That's a good point. Okay. All in favor of passage of Resolution 1557, the fiscal year 27 budget, say aye.
Aye.
I'm waiting for Councilwoman Borders, but she might have said it early enough that it
I
was.
said aye, Your Honor.
I figured you did, Councilwoman, but it's always hard to tell when we have a group here, so thank you.
No, you're fine. I appreciate that.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye, and the motion passes. Nice job, and look forward to another year. And then we're going to get our budget goals back up here. It's just looking so blank and dull and lifeless. I mean, it's not like there's that many of them, but I like how we did it. It was a good roll. All right, consideration of ordinance 26004, third and final reading, animal control. Police Chief, please tell us about this item.
Thank you, Your Honor, Council. The city is responsible for protecting the health, safety, and welfare of the community through the enforcement of city ordinances. This is the third and final reading for an amendment of Chapter 6 of animals generally. This responsibility includes but is not limited to addressing city issues relating to dogs and cats running at large, nuisance animals, and the abandonment of animals within the city limits. We've identified areas to assist with enforcement of several ordinances to help promote responsible pet ownership. This amendment will allow for more efficient and effective way to hold pet owners accountable for abandoning their pets, having them run loose at large, or for keeping an animal which constitutes a nuisance. The ultimate goal is to promote responsible pet ownership, which would in turn reduce the strain on the police department and reduce the strain on PAWS and increase the overall health, safety, and welfare of the community. Through the previous readings, we've made an amendment to the first draft of the ordinance, and we've specifically removed the word PAWS on this second and this final reading. And with that, Your Honor, we would stand for any questions on this ordinance.
Thank you. We need to read the ordinance by title only, so if you could do that for us, please, Ms. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor. Proposed ordinance number 26-004, an ordinance amending Title 6 Animals to revise Chapter 6.04 Animals Generally, Section 6.04.005 Definitions, and Section 6.04.020 Impoundment, Chapter 6.08 Dogs and Cats, Section 6.08.020 Running at Large, and Section 6.08.030 Keeping Animal Constituting Nuisance of the Riverton Municipal Code, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict therewith, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. I'd entertain a motion to adopt Resolution 26004 on third and final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Bailey with the motion, Councilwoman Johnson with the second. Any discussion? I think we had given some feedback on wanting to look at a couple of different things just in the future with this. I know we had discussed kind of having that be something that we would have changes to the third reading, but then I think we had eventually settled if we're going to make any changes, we wanted to have that be a separate ordinance. Is that your understanding as well, Chief?
Yes, Your Honor, for future expansion of, well, clarifying other items that may affect police role and police working dogs, we thought it would come back at a later time when we're ready for that.
Okay, I appreciate that. I just wanted to clarify that if anybody had attended the last meeting and they were wondering why we're not going through and adding a bunch to this, I think that's where we had kind of ended up, was saying, we'll come back to it, so.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
what's the, any person, what's the maximum fine, or what type of repercussions does this have?
In the city code, it specifically says that if there's anything that is said to be something you should or should not do, that the maximum is a $750 fine, 6 months in jail or both.
Okay.
Well, I guess does the general one have the jail sentence, or is that, I'm trying to remember. I think the general one was just a fine only. Is that correct, Chief?
Staff believes it's just a fine for this one.
That's what I thought, yeah.
So it's $750 or 6 months or both?
Well, that's what it usually, well, okay, hold on. Let me look it up real fast so I can remember.
I'm just looking at
The penalty.
yeah,
It's a good thing to be asking about.
I mean, I was hoping for the electric chair, but, little things come slowly.
Says be fined in accordance with section 1.20.010.
Well, there's your answer.
Cut that off the top of your head.
Don't listen to
You-
him.
you
He's
have
been
that-
licking he's been licking envelopes today.
It's been a licking envelopes kind of day, okay? Hold on, I'm looking it up. I think that's the general statute, that's the general ordinance that just says, anything that says that you're not supposed to be doing something can be punished up to a fine of $750.
Okay,
And then the jail sentence only comes if it's specifically designated in the ordinance. And so this doesn't designate a jail sentence, so it's just a fine.
just a fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Which is pretty consistent. I mean, the state of Wyoming running at large ordinance as well does not allow for jailing. It's $200 fine for a first, and then it goes up depending on how many of them you get.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have a question. How often is this occurring?
Chief?
I do have a department expert in the audience, if I may refer to Animal Control Officer, that probably knows more about those instances and probably speak better than I can right now.
You mind coming up here, Animal Control Officer Sanderson? Chief has phoned a friend.
Thank you.
Your Honor, council members, just to give you an idea, so the total dogs, so for 2025, the total dogs, total calls for dogs at large were 237. The barking dogs were 67. So this is the two ordinances that we're talking about, the nuisance animal and the barking dogs. Between 7 individuals, there was 25 incidences and 5 citations issued between 7 individuals, and those were not including to be served. So there is some out there to be served, so that's not including in this. So that kind of gives you an idea what we're looking at for certain individuals, that it's a repetitive problem. January 2026, current totals for dogs at large was 88. Barking dogs were 22. Between 7 individuals, there were 14 incidences and 4 citations issued, not including to be served. Wow. So that kind of gives you an idea of yeah.
Did you have any other questions, Councilwoman Brothers?
.0001.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
It's a little over half a dog a day.
I'm not going to make any comments about a half a dog. I've run out of my snarky comments for the day.
You're all
Mr. Butterfield is now in charge of the.
snarky comments.
But that is a good point, if you're saying it's
It's minimal.
it is pretty, it tends to be repeat offenders where a lot of it's coming from.
Well, yeah, 7. They're frequent, I'll bet they're frequent flyers.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there may be some
Oh, man.
wiggle in there too, because there were no ordinances previously established for abandonment of animals, and they were just simply taken in to the animal shelter, so we don't know what that count is.
It's a fair point, which I appreciate, you know, the modification here, trying to be able to address it in a way that we can acknowledge that it's not just okay to.
You know, the other thing, since we've been talking about animal control, I've been watching those numbers closer. And I'm, I guess, pleased to see that a lot of times there's 2 dogs picked up or 2 dogs brought in and 2 dogs picked up. And so, you know, we're not seeing just lots of dogs coming in and nobody bringing them back home. So it's good to see. Now there are a few, but
Good.
Yeah, it is.
sometimes you got a dog that's an escape artist, I think, so.
Houdini's.
I did have that for a little while. Into the judge's yard. Yeah. He's moved now. The judge, not the dog. I still have the dog. Fixed the problem. Any other comments, questions, concerns? Are we ready to? Okay. We'd need to do a roll call vote, so
Yep.
Director Harris, if you could please conduct a roll call vote.
Sure. Councilmember Karen Johnson.
Aye.
Councilmember Kyle Larson.
Yes.
Councilmember Carla Borders.
Aye.
Councilmember Mike Bailey.
Aye.
Councilmember Rebecca Brothers.
Aye.
Councilmember Eric Carr.
Aye.
Mayor Tim Hancock.
I vote aye and declare that the motion passes. Thank you. Next up on the agenda, Wind River Visitors Council Board appointment. Mr. Butterfield, tell us about this item, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll be brief since you went through an appointment at your last meeting. We're sad to report that the appointed member, Bryce House, has had to resign. He's had some changes and good changes, a promotion at his place of work, and just doesn't have the time now to serve on the board. So with his resignation, we have advertised for interest to serve the balance of Mr. House's term on the Visitor Council Board. The letters of interest are included in your packet from Diana Tillman. There's also one that received from Christopher Ormond, and then Cindy Olson-Roden. This is a mayoral appointment with the consent of the City Council. So Mayor, I'll leave it to you to make your selection.
Thank you. And I would note, of the 3 letters that we had received, I was very pleased to receive all of them, had looked a little bit into each of them. Appreciate the willingness of people to step up and serve in a lot of different capacities. Ultimately, the Wind River Visitors Council, when it comes to an appointment, if you look at the Joint Powers Agreement, one of the things that we're supposed to do is take into consideration the local hospitality industry. And so that's that's the only guidance we're really given. But it does say that we have to have a bona fide representative, somebody who is involved in the tourism industry in some form or fashion. And so looking at the different applications or the letters that we had received, the one that I felt matched that description best was for Ms. Olson-Roden. And so my appointment for this would be to appoint Ms. Olson-Roden to serve as our Wind River Visitors Council representative. So do we have a motion in that regard?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Bailey, second by Councilman Carr. Any other discussion?
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
is there a conflict of interest there?
I wouldn't say there is.
Well, in that some of the money that the visitor center gives away goes to a certain area.
I agree. As far as I'm concerned, I think, just, this is my view. I'm not saying that this has to be everybody else's view. In my view, to whatever extent that that would look like a conflict of interest, it's one that I think that when it would come time for that discussion or whatever, would be something that could recuse herself from those decisions in regards to that, but I don't see it as a direct conflict.
Good.
She's, I don't, she wouldn't be part of that decision-making process. She can still apply.
Correct. So I think the point is that the Wind River Visitors Council Board is the one that actually decides and approves how much goes towards TAD funding. But ultimately, that's it. It's just the amount and whether it's going to be given. When it comes down to who the applicants would be, or whether they're going to receive funding, that's still something that would be up to our discretion. And so as far as I'm concerned, the only conflict I could see is the decision of how much and whether TAD funding will be provided.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to chime in and say that I agree with you. I believe that any decisions that would be a conflict, she could abstain, and it's not a direct conflict for her.
Right. I appreciate that. Any other discussion?
Just
Councilman
real
Carr?
quick, and I think if there's anybody in the community that has the economic livelihood of Riverton at heart, it would be our chamber director. Doing a great job. Thank you, Cindy.
Your Honor, and again, I think Cindy's done an amazing job at the Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Center. She's also got many years, we won't date too far back, in the travel industry. She was a travel agent for a long time, and so I think she's very familiar with how that industry works and would be a good choice. So,
I agree.
Your Honor, I second that. She's amazing.
We're going to just sit here and keep talking about her like she's not here? Is that the plan? Always a little awkward, isn't it? It is.
Well, I think it needs to be addressed.
I agree.
And then we've addressed it, and we can just, yeah, we talked about that.
yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion?
I agree with your appointment, and I think it's a good choice.
Good deal. All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Expect you to get to work immediately there, Ms. Olson Roden.
Oh, yeah.
Today. I don't know when the next meeting is, so I guess it's, what's coming up, isn't it? Next week is when the next one is? Oh, that's right, yeah. It'll be July. The last one was in May. All right, consideration of bid 2026 concrete replacement. Public Works Director's report, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Does that mic work? Okay, how's that? The recommendation tonight, Your Honor, is to award this project to B&M Septic and Excavation in the amount of $159,544.95. This is for the 2026 concrete replacement project. This will address failing curb and gutter, valley gutter, concrete fillets, water valve collars, and then also sewer manhole diamonds. What's prioritized for this work is that this will cover areas that are in the locations of this year's slurry seal project. So the concrete work will occur first, and then later on the slurry seal project work will occur. It'll eliminate a lot of patching that comes in front of curb and gutter. When the curb and gutter is replaced, the slurry seal project will then heal that together and make one uniform road. So there are 3 ADA ramps with detectable warning devices that will be addressed with this project as well. The project did go out for bid on May 13th. A pre-bid meeting was held May 19th, and then the bids were open on June 4th. The bid date was extended by a week, so that June 4th date was just a little extra time for the bidders to get their bids in. That did result in 3 bids: B&M Septic and Excavation, Bornhoff Construction, and 71 Construction. The bids were from $175,695, and that's on the high side, to the low bid, the recommended bid for award, $159,544.95. So there was $120,000 allocated for this project in this past year's budget by the Fix Our Road Citizen Committee. The total budget budget projects was $3.4 million. There is $3.8 million in the account right now. One item that we thought might cover this overage, which is an overage of $39,544.95, is the slurry seal project. With the council and with staff working towards taking a few more areas in on that slurry seal project, there is about $700,000 that was budgeted for the Riverview Road reconstruction project, put into the next year's budget, but then invoices have already been paid on that project. So that project, let's say, is there's additional dollars in that fund to cover the excess in this project. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I'd entertain a motion to award the bid for the 2026 concrete replacement project in the amount of $159,544.95 to B&M Septic and Excavation.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Bailey with the motion, Councilwoman Johnson with the second. Discussion on this? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go to the next one. Fiscal year 2025-2026, audit engagement letter, non-attest services. Director Harris, please.
Yes, Your Honor. At your June 2nd meeting, you approved the selection of Wade Hershey CPA to provide the non-attest accounting and audit preparation services for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026, with the option of 4 one-year renewals. Tonight, I'm bringing forward the formal engagement letter for your approval. This letter outlines the scope of the work for the year-end close and audit readiness process, including assistance with accrual adjustments, reconciliations, capital asset activity, preparation of the schedule of expenditures of federal awards, and filing of the annual F-66 report to the Wyoming Department of Audit. These services support accurate financial reporting and help ensure a smooth external audit. Staff recommends approval of the engagement letter, so work can begin immediately following the close of the fiscal year.
Appreciate you jumping on it. All right, I'd entertain a motion to approve the engagement letter with Wade Hershey, CPA PC, for non-attest services for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Larson with the motion, Councilman Carr with the second. Discussion on this item? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. Motion passes. Fiscal year 2025-2026 audit engagement letter, professional audit services. Ms. Harris, tell us about this one.
Thank you. Similar to the last report, the governing body also approved Klinger Hagerman LLC to perform our professional audit services for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026, with 4 successive renewal terms. Tonight is the formal audit engagement letter for your approval. It outlines the full scope of the audit, including the governmental and business type activities, each major fund, and the remaining fund information. It also includes the required single audit procedures and the passenger facility charge audit for the airport. The engagement letter confirms that the audit will be conducted in accordance with generally accepted auditing standards, government auditing standards, uniform guidance, and FAA passenger facility charge audit guide. It also outlines the responsibility for both the auditors and the city, as well as the required supplementary information and schedules that will be included in the audit process. Staff recommends approval of the engagement letter, so Klinger Hagerman can begin planning for the fiscal year 25-26 audit cycle.
All right, I'd entertain a motion to approve the engagement letter with Klinger Hagerman for professional and audit services for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Sorry, Councilman Carr.
That's okay.
Motion by Councilman
Dramatic
Carr.
pause.
Yes, it was. I try to make things as dramatic as possible, make kids nervous, all of that. Any discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. 911 gap funding grant application. Police chief's report, please.
Your Honor, can we break?
Yeah, this was probably as good a time as any.
So moved.
Second.
We'll be in recess at 8:11. We'll come back at 8:25.
Thank you. If I come across one, I'll get a hold of you.
I just wanted to gavel you, just,
Gavel me in.
yeah. All right, it's 8:24. I guess I'll wait like 20 seconds. Let me know when, Councilman Larson. You're good at that.
I will be glad to do that.
Oh, let's go for it. Come on.
Oh, here we are, 8:25.
Yep.
Councilwoman Borders, are you on still?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good. If I get annoying asking for you, let me know. I just try to make sure we're here.
Glad I was there.
Yeah. All right, 911 gap funding grant application. Police Chief, tell us about this item, please.
Thank you, Your Honor and Council. The Riverton Police Department Communications Center serves as a primary public safety answering point, or PSAP, for emergency and non-emergency calls for service for the Riverton Police Department and Riverton Fire Department. As the city's emergency communications hub, the Communications Center is responsible for receiving, processing, and dispatching calls for service while maintaining the technology and infrastructure necessary to support reliable public safety communications. During the 2026 budget session, the Wyoming legislature appropriated $3 million through Senate Enrolled Act 15 to establish a fiscal year 2027 911 gap funding grant program. The program was administered, or is administered, by the Wyoming Department of Transportation and was created to address funding shortfalls experienced by Wyoming PSAPs between local 911 fee revenues and allowable costs associated with the operating and maintaining emergency communication, the emergency communication system. The program is intended to help local agencies maintain, upgrade, modernize critical 911 infrastructure, and ensure continued delivery of emergency communication services throughout the state. The 911 Gap Funding Program provides funding for eligible projects to support the operation, maintenance, and modernization of state communication systems. Eligible activities include equipment and service costs, installation and maintenance expenses, next-gen 911 improvements, hardware and software upgrades, GIS and location data enhancements, and personnel expenses directly related to emergency call taking and dispatch operations. If awarded, grant funding would be used to upgrade or replace the Communications Center's 911 call taking system and associated hardware and software, support implementation and installation costs, and address other eligible improvements that enhance our system's reliability, efficiency, and operational effectiveness. These improvements would strengthen the city's emergency communication capabilities and support the continued delivery of high-quality public safety services to the community. The grant provides awards ranging from 50 to 150,000 with a statewide funding allocation of $3 million. Grant funding may cover up to 100% of eligible project costs and does not require a local match. This application must be submitted by July 6, 2026, with grant expenditures occurring between January 1st, 2027 and December 31st, 2027. Staff intends to seek the maximum grant award of $150,000. Upon council authorization, staff will complete and submit the grant application prior to the July 6, 2026 deadline. Council has several options. Council can authorize submission of the grant application as presented. Council can authorize submission of the grant application with amendments or conditions, or council can direct staff to decline to authorize submission of the grant application. I want to thank our senior lead dispatcher, Sarah Nelson, who is in the audience and is also here to assist with any questions mayor or council may have that need to be answered. With that, Your Honor, I'll stand for any questions.
All right. I'd entertain a motion to authorize the submission of an application to the State of Wyoming 2027 911 GAP Funding Grant Program on behalf of the Riverton Police Department Communications Center.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Bailey with the motion. Councilman Carr with the second. Any discussion?
Your Honor, I was just wondering, are the upgrades compatible with the Axon equipment that they're moving with? I'm assuming that they are, but.
Chief? Lead dispatcher Nelson?
That's a loaded question. Go ahead.
We're looking at a couple different options, so that's why there wasn't anything formally presented. But there is a 911 call-taking solution that does work with Axon currently. So the mapping would be built into the call-taking solution.
Great.
So that is one of the call-taking systems that we are looking at, yes.
So you guys haven't decided on one fully yet? You're just looking at the different options right now?
We're looking
And
at
this funding
different
would help?
options and pricing.
Okay.
And depending on if the grant gets accepted or not, if that gets awarded, then that might change the amount that we're looking at in terms of, are we getting a Chevy or are we getting a Cadillac? Nothing wrong with Chevys, by the way. Okay.
That's it.
Anything else? Any other questions? Thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. Motion passes. Axon Police Technology Upgrades Contract Extension. Thank you, Dispatcher Nelson. Police Chief, tell us about this item.
Thank you, Your Honor, Council. On October 7th of last year, you approved the 5-year technology modernization program for the Riverton Police Department. The project included body-worn cameras, fleet camera systems, conducted energy devices, known as tasers, a drone program, virtual reality training equipment, digital evidence management software, and related support services. Since the implementation of the technology platform, we've identified additional operational needs and opportunities to expand with the existing system. Specifically, the department has identified the need for additional body-worn cameras, conducted energy devices, fleet camera, and license plate reader capabilities, additional professional software licenses, and drone platform designed for operation in confined spaces and indoor environments. Axon has provided the proposal that consolidates the city's existing agreements into a single 10-year contract while incorporating the additional equipment and services identified by the department. The proposal includes the transfer of the remaining value of the city's current agreements into the new contract structure. The proposed agreement would place the city's existing
Axon contracts and establish a 10-year technology platform agreement. The agreement would expand the department's existing inventory, and with that, you have it in your staff report. Basically, we've identified the need of 2 additional officer safety Plan 10 plus packages, additional fleet advanced camera package that's with the additional patrol car that council authorized several months ago when one of our new patrol cars was involved in a collision. Pro licensing licenses for 2 additional. Our existing X10 drone platform does not change. There is now an option for an R10 drone platform, which would be more practical for confined spaces. This became reality when we had an incident on Park near the City Park a couple months ago when we identified a need of trying to see in some confined spaces that the existing drone was not able to get into. The virtual reality training stations would stay the same. The proposed agreement provides scheduled technology refreshes through the contract term. Basically, we get the newest version, so our warranty would still continue for the full duration. These refreshes are intended to ensure that critical public safety equipment remains current without requiring large future capital expenditures. This includes 4 body-worn camera refresh cycles over the 10-year term, 2 fleet camera system refresh cycles, 3 drone platform refresh cycles for both our X10 and R10 system, 3 virtual reality training system refresh cycles, 1 conducted energy device refresh, ongoing software licensing, evidence storage, warranty coverage, and technology support. In addition to the equipment refresh schedule, the agreement includes continued access to Axon's evidence management platform, fleet camera systems, artificial intelligence tools, training systems, and cloud-based storage solutions. According to the proposal submitted by Axon, if we consolidate all the needs of the city's police department with its existing agreements into a single 10-year contract, staff estimates the savings for that 10 years to be approximately $1.18 million compared to a quoted unbundled pricing, and provides long-term cost certainty by establishing fixed annual payments for the duration of the agreement. For the budget impact, I want to make sure that this is clear that the proposed agreement represents a total of a 10-year commitment for a total cost of $2,547,186.57. Our first year payment would be the $239,000.04 with the annual payments of $256,465.17 for each of the remaining 9 years of the agreement. The proposed budget includes the funding for our current first year payment. Future annual payments will need to be incorporated into subsequent budget cycles. The agreement provides long-term budget predictability and by establishing a fixed annual costs while ensuring the continued replacement and support of critical law enforcement technology throughout the 10-year term. With that, Your Honor, myself and our Department Axon expertise staff is here to answer any questions that you may have, not necessarily about or if you have any questions about the Axon product and its use. And with that, we're prepared for any questions, Your Honor.
All right. I'd entertain a motion to approve a new 10-year agreement with Axon Enterprises, Inc.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Larson with the motion, Councilwoman Johnson with the second. I don't know why, but I've said Councilman Carr so many times, I wrote it down.
Oh, no.
I don't even know why. Just looking back at my notes, you've been a second on a lot of things. Councilwoman Johnson had the second for that motion.
I
Thank you.
did.
Discussion on these items. Councilman Bailey? Yes, sir.
Our original agreement with them was for 5 years, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and yes, Councilman Bailey, it was original 5 years, so we are just completing our first year, so we'll have 4 more years left on the current contract.
So what are we getting for going 5 more additional years that we didn't have in the 5-year contract, I guess, is my question.
Kind of high level, if we try to redo the contract after year 5, we would then be looking at a higher contract at year 6. So by locking in a multi-year contract past our year 5, we would see an overall savings seen in the future for years 6 through 10.
So you're saying kind of like life insurance. If I go and get a life insurance policy now, it's going to be a lot more expensive than when I was 20.
Yes.
And it's a longer term.
And also incorporates the things that, for instance, and I'll give you some examples. While we were in our recruiting phase of the additional officers, the body-worn cameras and tasers that were set aside for the patrol officers were issued to our animal control officers and our CSOs. Now that we're nearing full staffing, I do not want to take body-worn cameras and tasers away from our CSOs, our animal control. So that was not predicted originally 2 years ago when we started looking at this.
Go ahead, sorry, yeah.
So the reason it went from like 239 to 250 something was because we had additional setups, officers, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And then if in the future we add additional officers, would we also have to pay a little bit more so much per officer setup or something?
Yes. Lieutenant Filer has been working diligently with Axon and maybe provide additional details on that.
Lieutenant Filer?
We've planned this out to have our maximum officers employed so that we have that wiggle room. So in 5 years, we don't have this problem. We would love to say we're fully staffed, tomorrow, but that's not the reality.
Right.
But we wanted to plan ahead and not run up against problems in 3 years, 10 years, whatever it may be.
Well, and if we get the COPS grant, for example,
Yeah.
then we want to be prepared for that. I can hear that.
So basically, it could go up a little bit if we added additional officers.
Yeah, if we went above like 28 officers and 2 CSOs and 1 animal control officer, it would go up.
Right.
But if we stay consistent like we have over the recent past, it'll be just fine.
Okay.
Additionally, we will be able to keep drones at each one of those drone refreshes that we receive. Those drones don't go back. We get to keep those.
So wait a minute, you're saying so first off, I know that body-worn cameras tend to have a pretty limited shelf life. I mean, since I've been here, we've replaced them quite a few times. I mean, so we get those refreshes for the body-worn cameras. Are we keeping the old ones of those as well?
I believe we technically could, but
they connect to the
I don't know
cloud.
why we would want to keep a broken body cam.
Well, yeah, fair.
And they're covered by the warranty. The warranty is basically the insurance program. So if a body cam flies off the top of a car for some unknown reason,
This
Axon
sounds like a
fixes
really specific example.
it is a really
Lieutenant.
specific example.
Okay. Yeah. Did you do, I'm just.
No, no, I did not.
So, okay, so we'd have replacements for the body cam. You're saying maybe not something where we'd want to keep them, but that is a benefit, you're saying, with the drones for the refreshes,
Yes.
that we would be able to keep those, and that would probably be something we could use even going forward if we weren't with Axon.
Correct. With not as much ease, but we could use them.
So you'd have 4 drones instead of 2.
I believe we'd have 6.
Right, because we have 2 refreshes.
Oh,
or no,
I've been correct.
3
8.
refreshes.
We would have 8 drones.
Yeah, 4 refreshes of 2 drones. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, if you even look at it just from
Eventually,
that.
you get a drone following every police officer.
That sounds a little bit too much like 1984.
If I may speak to that.
Come on up, Detective Sergeant McCall.
Your Honor, Counsel, it's not a bad idea, but more likely what we'd be able to do is put drones in patrol vehicles, which would allow us to fly them much quicker from wherever we may be responding from.
Yeah, as opposed to having to dispatch the guy with the drone out to an event that if you had more, you'd have one in a car there
That's
already.
correct.
More drone-trained officers that could be using it in the event they needed it.
Ideally, yes.
Okay, good call. Any other discussion? Councilman Carr? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, are you sure? I guess my only heartburn is 10 years is a long time when we talk about especially technology, and their terms and conditions are 3/4 of a page. Now, there is a downloadable version, I'm sure it's much longer, but is there any language in there? What if technology changes? If something comes along that's far superior to what they're providing, is there an exit strategy for our contract? Or some way to get out of that if some technology is, comes along that's way better?
You're saying if we move from having body-worn cameras to eye-inserted cameras or something like that?
Sure. Yeah,
I think-
biometrics, whatever, yeah.
Very
Your-
Elon Musk of you. Yeah.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
With Axon, any new technology that is rolled out over the duration of 10 years, because we would be locked in with this 10-year contract, they would provide the newest technology available that they have for us. And before that 10-year, we would have whatever was the Axon's newest and greatest available. Axon's been around for several decades. We haven't seen anything comparable. I've been doing this for coming on 40 years, and Axon's been there.
Okay. Anything, Mr. Bailey?
My only concern is, it's just a lot of money. I mean, it's $250,000 a year for 10 years, basically. And, I mean, that equates to almost $10,000 per officer that we're spending on technology. And so I'm in agreement that we should do it. It's just, we need to make sure we're taking advantage of what we're buying. And, I think the limit of our liability, being able to record events as they happen, is gonna save a lot of court time and that kind of stuff, because it's really hard to argue with video, when things go on. So I think it'll help us a lot of ways, but, it's a lot of money. It's a big chunk of our budget, so.
No, it is.
Your Honor, if I might, I agree. It's a big commitment. But I'll give you an example of just what happened today. Today, when an officer was assaulted, and I just happened to be in our dispatch center, and we saw live feed of the assault before the other patrol officers knew what was happening. So that saved probably about a minute of a response of the officer, or the dispatcher knowing live what was going on and able to send additional officers to the scene of the assault. The officer is expected to recover fine, a little sore, but that, and we had the example of the car crash involving the officer, several months ago. It's just hard to put a price tag on the safety of an officer, but we thank you for what the council's been committed to upgrading our technology, improving our safety of your officers, and we'd appreciate your consideration on this.
I think you're right, Mike. But an ounce of prevention
I totally,
is worth a pound of cure. And I can think of an event that happened out of Walmart a long time ago, and there are people having heartburn over that still, and if we'd had a camera and all of that paraphernalia then, it would have still been too expensive. But it would have prevented a lot of uncomfortable relationships.
yeah.
And you never can tell, maybe it'll get cheaper.
We can hope.
Yeah.
Not if you're under contract.
Councilwoman Johnson?
I mean, I agree with everyone. My first concern was, do we get the newest updated technology with every refresh? It sounds like we do. I have said it 100 times, and I'll say it 100 more times. There's no price that is too great for an officer's safety. I appreciate what they do. I think on another level, it keeps our police department among top contenders for agencies that people want to work for. When we have the newest equipment, the safest equipment, it makes it more profitable for them as well. So I am totally supportive of it, and I think you guys need it. I think it's, in today's day and age, everything has to be readily available. And saving a minute and a half response time for these guys is like a lifetime when they're in a fight. And I think it's important that they need it.
Yeah. Any other discussion?
Your Honor, I'll just say I'm completely for it. I absolutely love this technology, and what you guys have shown us over the last year has been phenomenal, and what it's been able to do, and I think it's a great deal. Yeah.
Okay. All in favor of the extension, new 10-year agreement with Axon Enterprises, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. Motion passes. Concession agreement, airport coffee cart.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Tolman.
Thank you, excuse me. Tonight, for your consideration is a lease and concession agreement to be executed with, or recommended to be executed with Miss Melissa Bain, who's in the audience tonight. She's the owner of Nomad Coffee Company. She would like to operate a specialty coffee cart and also have light concessions available at the airport cafe. Melissa originally came to city staff to look at a base for her mobile coffee cart business. The coffee cart would be used at catering events plus farmers markets. With the state food permit, they require a commissary agreement to use a commercial kitchen along with the coffee cart that she has. Then city staff worked to develop kind of a broader arrangement with her to provide concession and coffee services at the airport, and this would be particularly for the midday and morning flights. Under this proposed agreement, Melissa would operate the cart at the airport at least 5 days a week, beginning at 5:30 or even earlier, so to accommodate the early morning passengers. They would serve the passengers both inside and outside the secure area. She'd, of course, have to have TSA clearance, plus be put on the airport security plan, which we would work towards. And then she would need to comply with all TSA requirements and then comply with the city's airport security plan. She'll utilize the designated kitchen and storage space then for her business. Along with the agreement, it will provide access to the square foot area she needs for the storage of the cart, plus a sink, one refrigerator, an ice maker, 4 cubic feet of a space in a freezer, and then the industrial dual craft coffee maker that's currently at the airport. And then other kitchen equipment could be available with approval by the city. So the agreement would generate $262.50. And that would be the base rent for 155 square feet of leased area. There'd also be an additional 10% charge of the leasee's gross revenue, and that would be for the use of the secure and common areas. And then these rates are consistent with other leases that have been approved at the airport. And then if this is approved tonight, Melissa can, and she plans to begin at the first part of July, I think July 6th. With that, I'll answer any questions.
All right, thank you. I'd entertain a motion to approve a lease and concession agreement with Nomad Coffee Company, Melissa Bain, lessee.
So moved.
Second?
A motion by Councilman Carr, second by Councilwoman Brothers. Any other discussion? Questions? We have a captive audience here.
Do you deliver?
Well, so this is like totally, yeah, maybe.
Come on up to the microphone.
Oh, I was just going to do events. This has kind of been a whirlwind, getting all of this stuff ready. I wasn't expecting to be up at the airport. I just needed a kitchen, and I knew that that one was empty, so I asked questions, and here I am. So we're going to do farmers markets. We're going to do the 4th of July downtown. I think Cindy has us starting at the beginning of the parade, and then maybe going up to the park afterwards. So we'll start with that, and then we'll be at the airport. Because people need coffee at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 in the morning, yeah.
People need coffee all day long.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe eventually we could deliver. I am in talks with the health department because dedicating so much time at the airport, I can't use my car everywhere. So I'm going to be doing bottled lattes and cold brew also. So,
Amazing.
eventually.
Thank you.
So,
Glad you're going to be there.
Your Honor, I have one question. So is the 175 square feet, is that just the kitchen itself, or is that the entire airport cafe and kitchen?
Your Honor, how we put this lease together was to actually have the kitchen area that she would use and then space to store the coffee cart. And then the 10% lease agreement the 10% agreement on the revenue would then cover when she moved out into the secure area and into the common area.
So that makes sense. So you're saying where it would be stored is what would actually be leased, but she's going to be using that same amount of space if she pulls it out and it's the secure area.
Correct, yeah, in essence. Thank you.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's basically just the kitchen area.
yeah.
So really, you're leasing the commercial kitchen.
Part
and
of
able to
it.
take your cot, not
Yeah.
even the whole kitchen?
No, not the whole
Pieces
kitchen.
of
It's
it?
just the freezer, the refrigerator, coffee maker, and the sinks.
Your Honor.
I'm not using the oven or anything like that yet.
Yes, Your Honor. I thought I included a map as well, but it does include an outdoor access. Comes in and then has the sink area and then storage area. And then if you turn the corner into the kitchen, it's just the middle aisle of the kitchen, which takes in a freezer area, the ice maker area, and seemed there was one other item right there as well. But the freezer and the ice maker for sure.
Well, because this works out pretty well because you're going to be able to use this ongoing, not just up at the airport. So if you have the need for the kitchen, you can be up there, you can use the kitchen.
Yeah, I was looking for a commissary kitchen. There's not very many places in Riverton. Lander has one, but driving a half an hour both ways to do dishes isn't going to benefit me right now. So this works out perfect. And then I have a place to go when there aren't farmers markets and stuff. So it generates.
So win-win. I mean,
Yeah.
we get to have
Yep.
somebody using the kitchen space. You're going to be providing a coffee cart, and
Yep.
you're going to be able to use it for your other business ventures that will carry you out of the airport.
Yep.
Great.
Yes.
And Your Honor, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Melissa, you can always use DoorDash for delivery, and then
Okay.
you can be making the coffee, because there's not many places, I think there's only one place that delivers coffee in town. So
And it's necessary.
please, please.
And I guess my question would be, if you decided in the future you wanted to do more and actually cook, then you're saying you would be using more space in the kitchen, which would modify the lease to more square footage?
Yeah, and I think that's in there, correct? Yeah.
Your Honor, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, no, I can't, it's really hard to find bakeries and stuff. Nobody cost. So I haven't found anybody, so I'm gonna have to use prepackaged food to begin with, but I would like to be able to use at least the oven in the near future, probably, to do pastries and stuff like that. Because I
That
think
would
that
be
they would
awesome.
do good, but yeah,
Yeah.
so the plan is to add,
It's being used.
Right.
Yeah.
so, yep. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
If you need test subjects, we're all here for you.
Yeah. You guys need coffee at your meetings, let me know.
Sometimes they go pretty long.
Yeah.
Great. Any other questions or comments, discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. Motion passes. MOU, Commercial Air Service, City Administrator's Report. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Your Honor. A lot of the information related to this MOU is in your packet. I won't go through all of it for the sake of time. But essentially, the manner by which air service is secured for Fremont County is through a memorandum of understanding with the state of Wyoming. Through the Commercial Air Service Improvement Act and the Capacity Purchase Program that's administered by the state of Wyoming, SkyWest Airlines provides commercial air service to specific airports throughout the state. Communities and airports can opt into that contract through an MOU. The original term of the MOU between the city of Riverton and the Department of Transportation started in 2019 and ran for 4 years and offered opportunity for 2 extensions. The city has already exercised its right to extend the MOU to continue commercial air service with SkyWest Airlines. The most recent approval came almost a year ago to the date for Amendment 4, where the last 4 years of the potential 10-year contract with SkyWest Airlines was agreed upon. The MOU establishes the block hour rate and also the annual investment related to commercial air service. What's come before you tonight is Amendment 5, which reduces the block hour rate and the annual investment required to secure commercial air service at Central Wyoming Regional Airport in fiscal year 27. Last year, in Amendment 4, the block hour rate proposed for fiscal year 27 was $4,473, with an annual total investment of $4.6 million. What's proposed is a reduction to that at a block hour rate of $4,408 and that total annual investment of roughly $4.2 million. It should be noted that the communities of Fremont County are responsible for 40% of the costs communicated in that annual investment. The state of Wyoming contributes 60% of that cost. And most recently, the legislature replenished funds that support the capacity purchase agreement in the last legislative session to the tune of $18 million. Staff recommends that you execute Amendment 5 so that we can take advantage of the lower rate in fiscal year 27. To explain briefly why that was proposed, in the Amendment 4 provisions that were adopted, it was anticipated to have a 3% escalator for inflation between each contract, service year. SkyWest has agreed to only implement 1.5% of a inflationary increase from fiscal year 26 to fiscal year 27. For the total annual investment, they've also taken into account the performance for Central Wyoming Regional Airport and Fremont County, and since we have had higher ridership, they are, I would say, improving, but they're adjusting the model as it relates to fiscal year 27. So that explains why you see that decrease. I'd be happy to stand for any questions and again recommend that we take advantage of this decrease for fiscal year '27.
All right, thank you. I'd entertain a motion to approve Amendment 5 to the Memorandum of Understanding between YDOT and the City of Riverton.
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Bailey, second by Councilwoman Borders. I was going to say Councilman Larson, but that's,
Just to let you know, I'm still awake.
well, you're doing great, thank you. Any discussion on this? Lock it in at a low rate while we can, huh? That's the philosophy?
It's not much of a saving. I mean,
No, well, but when you talk about, I mean, yes, you're correct.
$400,000.
400,000 is nice, yeah.
so is the increase by 2029 to 4.9 annually, but
Which already was in our amendment. Yeah, yeah,
those numbers are just insane.
I agree. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. We do not have an executive session. I tried to get out of here by 9 o'clock. It would be like a red letter day if we could ever do that. I tried. All in favor, well, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman Carr to adjourn, second by Councilman Larson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I vote aye. We are adjourned at 9:04 PM.